Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to today's live counter review using technical analysis. For today, the flow will be same as per usual. First up, I'll go through the US economic calendar, then followed by the indices and commodities. Then afterwards will be the different sectors like the FAANGM, US banks, semicons, and EVs. And last but not least will be the counters that you have dropped in the Q&A below. Yeah, so without further ado, I'll begin. First up, economic calendar wise, tomorrow there's existing home sales at 10 p.m. Then on Wednesday we have the 2-year note auction at 1 a.m. Um, and we also have some Fed Logan speaking at around 4 p.m. Then we have building permits at 8:30 p.m. Okay, afterwards we have retail inventories ex auto at 8:30 p.m. as well. Followed up by S&P Global Services as well as Manufacturing PMI data at 9:45 p.m. New home sales at 10 p.m. Then the usual core inventories at 10:30 p.m. Okay, then afterwards, Thursday, we have Fed Logan speaking again at 4 a.m. FOMC member Bowman speaking at 4 as well. Usual jobless claims data at 8:30 p.m. Okay, then followed by GDP at 8:30 p.m. Jobless claims also at 8:30 p.m. Then on Friday, we'll have the key one will be the PC data. That will be coming out on Friday, 8:30 p.m. Yeah, then followed by the Michigan consumer and inflation expectations at 10 p.m. Yeah, so that's for the economic calendar. Quite a lot of important events happening this week, alongside with some important earnings release as well as we kick into the earnings season. Yeah, then okay, next up I'll talk about the indices commodities. First up is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin last week continued to rally. Currently I think we are entering into a resistance area because this at this level, the 68,000 area. Previously over here, this was a previous range support area. Yeah. So over here, there was quite strong support previously back in May to start of June. So I think first time Bitcoin is back into this area, I think it should be finding some resistance over here. I think it should do some sideways price action for the timing after a strong rally last week. So I think for now, resistance could be at this 68.4K level to about 70.5. Immediate support could lie from 64.5 to about 66.1K area. Yeah, so I expect some sideways price action for the time being for Bitcoin. Next one is Dow Jones. Yeah, Dow Jones managed to break out of this key resistance last week of the 40,000 level. Then we had a spike until Wednesday, then there was a pullback the remainder of the week. So I think for now, currently it's below the 5-day SME, near the 10-day SME. I think at this area where the 10-day SME is, it should be able to find some level of support. This was the level that price broke out from, which is around 40.2, 40.3 level, and this is also confirmed should price retest this level. So I'm expecting some sort of a bounce to take place over here. Yeah, if it drops lower, then it might go down to retest the 39.9K, this previous resistance as a very strong support. In terms of resistance wise, I think resistance will come in around 40.9K area to the recent highs at around 41.3K area. Yeah, that's for Dow Jones. Next one is Nasdaq. So Nasdaq some weakness. I think currently we are seeing price break below multiple SME, which is the 10, 20, 5, 10, 20 as well. Okay, so and then when I look at this, there was a breakdown of this uptrend channel over here with this gap down on Wednesday, also breaking below this prior resistance level at 70.9K. So I think with that, we could still see some further pullback in this coming week. The next key support level will be at this area, which is first level of support will be around 17.5K area. Then we have this previous gap over here as well. That would be the next support area around 17.3K. And in terms of resistance wise, if there's some short-term rebound, I think would be around 18,000 area, 18,000 to about 18.2K. This area will act as some form of resistance. Should there be some bounce? But for now, there's still no signs because price action wise, we are still below uh, this this 18,000 level where price failed to hold last week. So this could still act as a short-term resistance. Yeah, so still some weakness for now. Next one, S&P is quite similar as well. S&P it did a pullback from the uptrend channel resistance over here. And then currently we are retesting this first level of support, which was this previous range, resistance breakout area at 5,500. So over here, there might be some support. Next level of support downwards will be closer to this range support, which is stronger, I think, around this 5460 area. Yeah, it is confirming the uptrend channel support over here as well. So I think if it touches over here, we should see some bounce coming in now. And then for now, resistance I think will probably be around this 5565 to about 5,600 area over here. So also pulling back for now for S&P. Next one is on gold. Okay, so for gold, I think currently there was a break above this 2430 level, but then price subsequently failed to hold this level and came down afterwards. So I think still a bit some resistance above this key level. Currently it's doing a retest of this trendline support over here. So I think for now I think it should be able to find some support over here with this trend line as well as this previous resistance level, this horizontal resistance level here that price broke out from. So this 2380 to about 2004, we should be able to see some bounce taking place over here. But resistance will likely still remain at this above 2430 for now. So I think it will be quite sideways for the time being. Next one is on oil. So for oil, I think some weakness last week. There was it broke down from the range consolidation. So this support level gave way at about $80, and then suddenly we are seeing price just go back below this key level. So I think for now, I'm expecting some short-term weakness towards this next support area where previously there was this swing low support around 77, about there. Yeah, also there was a support area over here, 76 to 77. So we should see price do some retest of this area with the recent weakness. Next one for VIX. Okay, for VIX, I think there was some breakout in terms of the range. So last week we saw a break above this swing high 14.8. We could see it continue to trend higher a bit. Next resistance level to look at will probably be around 70.5 to about 19.5 area. Immediate support one will be this this level that it broke out at 15 about there. Yeah, so I think still VIX could still stay still elevated for a while with this recent range breakout that took place last week. Then last but not least, before I move on to sectors, I'll talk about copper. So copper last week, it failed to hold a few levels. So it broke below this 4.4 and then this 4.3 as well. So with that, we have a lower low, not very good. I think with this momentum, we could still see some further pullback to come. Next support area will be a retest of this 4.1 previous resistance, but a stronger support will probably come around close to 4, which is also psychological level. So I think still some short-term weakness for copper with this breakdown that happened last week. So this for the indices and commodities. Next up, I'll move on to the FAANGM sector first. Yeah, I'll talk about Meta first. Okay, so Meta last week, not very good. Continued this bearish momentum after breaking down this uptrend channel support area over here at around 505. And then price also broke below this 495 support level. With that, currently price hit a low towards this support level at 5460, and then afterwards end of the week there was some bounce. I think for now we should be able to see some sideways, probably see some sideways price action going ahead. I think this support should be able to still hold for time being at 460. Then currently for this 495 area will be quite a strong resistance. So I expect price to just remain sort of range bound. Yeah, which is also near the 10-day moving average. So I think that will provide some resistance as well. Yeah. So probably some range bound consolidation going ahead. Next one is Amazon. Amazon also was quite weak last week. So yeah, last week broke down below this 189 previous resistance level. Also we tested this uptrend support line level at 184. So with pre-market now is up, hopefully it's able to hold at this level. I think then we might see some rebound, but I think still short-term resistance ahead at should we retest this 188, 189 level? Then there's also some resistance. The next resistance upwards is also at around 190 to 193, this breakdown level. So I think maybe expect some sideways price action similarly for Amazon this week. The next one I'll talk about is Apple. So for Apple, is that price still continue to show some weakness recently. So last week broke below 5 and 10-day moving average. Then it's also near the 20, which is a retest of this previous resistance at 220. So with that, I think this level should be able to hold at some level of support. Current resistance will be this area which broke down from at 226 to 230. Yeah, so I think probably some sideways trading as well. I think should price retest this 220, it should be able to do some sort of bounce first. Okay, next one I'll talk about is Netflix. So Netflix, there was results last week, and then currently we still see this 665 breakdown level holding out as a resistance over here. So with that, it's and then the support wise is around 630, which is this swing low. So range bound for now. I think we need to watch out. What we need to watch out for Netflix is that whether there's a break, on either direction. I think if start this week it breaks below this swing low at 630, we could see it going down a little bit further towards the next support level, which is closer to about 610. Yeah. With this current range bound and high volume price action on Friday, where we rejected the highs at above 660s, then closed near the lows over here. Yeah. So that's for Netflix. Then for Google, okay, for Google, there's also some price weakness last week. Price to hold several levels like this area at 185 and also 182. Currently retesting previous resistance level here at 177. I think there could be some bounce coming in over here upon the retest of this level, but expect short-term resistance to still hold out at 180 to 183 over there, which is also near the 5-day MA as well. Yeah, so I think maybe some sideways price action for now. Last but not least is Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft also not looking very good. Broke down of this uptrend channel last week. So currently hitting one level of over here at 433, which is this previous resistance level. So there could be some bounce coming in, but I think for now any bounce would probably meet some resistance around the this 446 to 450 area over here. Yeah, which is the breakdown of this support over here for Microsoft. Yeah, so in general, I think for the FAANGMs, So probably most of them have hit some support levels. There could be some bounce this week, but I think will still remain relatively weak, I guess. With the recent selling. Yeah, so probably some will meet some bounce, will meet some resistance and might trade sideways afterwards. Next one I'll talk about is the financials, XLF. So XLF, I think it's still looking good. The chart wise is looking similar to like Dow, where there was a breakout of this resistance area at 42 over here. Then price went up to about 44. Then we pull back towards the end of the week. So for now, I think this area over here at 42.50 could provide some level of support, which is the 10-day SMA over here for some bounce. Resistance wise, I think for now should be around 43.30, which is this level that price broke down on Thursday. Yeah. So probably some resistance over there for time being. So I think for XLM, maybe some sideways price action for time being. But for now, it's still considered one of the stronger ones in the market. Okay, then next one I'll move on to the four US banks. First one, I'll start with JP Morgan. So for JP Morgan, still okay, I think. Price action wise, there was a last Monday there was a breakout above the resistance at 209, reached a high to about 217. Then we had a drop at the end of the week doing a retest. I think as long as this level at 209 holds, which is this breakout level, I think it should be still okay. It's also confirmed the 10-day moving average as well. So still a good trend. I guess hopefully we see a bullish candle coming again then on today. Then there could be some trend continuation upwards. Yeah, then short-term resistance will probably be around 214 to 217 over here. So I expect maybe some range-bound price action currently as well. Okay, then next one is Wells Fargo. Okay, so for Wells Fargo, some recovery out last week after the gap down from the earnings. So then currently we are seeing price hit some resistance over here, which is near the swing high of 61. Then it turned down afterwards. So I think for now, short-term support-wise, there could be some support over here at 59 currently, because this was a previous swing low over here, and then was a previous resistance. So this is quite a key level. Price could stay a while for a while over here. There could be some bounce. Resistance will be this about $60.20 to the recent highs. Yeah, so probably some sideways, I think maybe some sideways consolidation first after this run up over here. Then next up for Bank of America, also still looking good. Still seeing price, one of the stronger ones. Price after the earnings, there was this big candle upwards. Then there was a pullback over here. Still trading above the 10-day moving average. That will likely hold at some support over here. And then also this recent breakout level at 41.80 will also hold as a support over here as well. So I think short-term wise, if there's some dip, we can expect some sort of a bounce to come in. Resistance will probably be around 43.60 to about recent highs at 44.40. So maybe some sideways price action as well. And last but not least, I'll talk about is Citigroup. Okay, Citigroup doing some sideways price action at this trendline resistance over here. So I think for now it's rather, I would say it's probably quite range bound between resistance will be this 67 and above. Then support wise we can see it's over here at around 63 to 64 area. So I still expect some sort of a range bound price action for the time being. Yeah. Yeah, I think this recent lows will be still be able to hold the price. So I think in general for the US banks, I think generally still showing stronger more strength than their tech peers. For now, we could see some sideways consolidation for the time being. Yeah, the next one I'll move on. The next sector I'll move on to is the semicons. First I'll start with the index, which is the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, SOX. So last week, the key development was that there was a breakdown of this broad ascending broadening wedge. So let me just highlight it. Yeah, over here, you can see that this was formed end of April. Then last week there was a gap down over here. Over here, so that's not good. Price is also underneath this support level at 5370. So zooming out, I think next support level that price could go towards is this 5220 over here, and then the next level downwards will be quite a bit far away, which is around the 5000, around 5000 to 5030 area. So for now, we still need to see some sort of uh, uh, a bullish candle start to come in. Then we can say that maybe there could be some rebound coming. But for now, we still need to see whether the next support level at 5200 over here is able to hold out. Yeah, to stop the decline. For now, resistance I think will probably be around this level at 5570 to 5580 over here. So probably a bounce will meet some resistance over here given the recent weakness. Okay, next one I'll jump into the individual counters. Okay, first up is Nvidia. So Nvidia I think was, when we look at other semiconductors, was actually one of the stronger ones already. Last week there was a breakdown below this 127 level. Then it went down to test the next support level at 118 over here. Then it just did while some of the other semicon names just went keep on declining, but this one just did a range bound between this 117 to about 121. And so over here is in this area of support at 118. However, it's under this uptrend support line over here. So I think for now, still some weakness. Resistance wise could come at this 122, 123 for the time being. If it fills this gap over here, then yeah. So there should be some short-term weakness, but I think should be quite range bound, I guess, for the time being. Yeah, given the support over here, the next support level is quite close as well at 115 over here. So I expect some support to be quite okay over here. So probably some range bound price action. The next one is AMD, which is actually quite weak in my opinion. So when you compare the price action of Nvidia and AMD, is quite different now. AMD just continued to slide 3 days in a row after this gap down. So not very nice. Gap down below this 172, then broke a few levels as well, which was this short-term resistance at 166, as well as this 154 level over here. Currently, at this level, we need to hopefully see some a bullish candle coming to show some support at this area. Then we might see some bounce upwards, where I think the short-term resistance will probably come in around 161 to 163 area over here. Yeah, then but if today we still see another red candle, right, it's quite likely that price could go down further towards like 148 next level, then followed by 145, about there. Okay, I see a question by one. A deep like this for AMD, anything in TA to suggest why? Why? What is your question? Why is AMD experiencing a larger dip as compared to the other semicon names? Okay, so I think in TA, actually it has before the sell down for the semicon, it has one of the stronger charts actually. There was a cup and handle over here and then breakout above 172. So it was trending upwards. When you look at other names like Nvidia, prior to the sell down, it was already just either sideways over here, or like Micron or TSM. Yeah, it was actually just sideways already. So I think AMD was actually had a better chart, but I think might be something like fundamentally related. I'm not sure as well. So I can't really explain why as well. But for now, in terms of price action, yeah, it is quite weak now. Then next one I'll talk about is Micron. Okay, Micron is also, we can see once it break down below the range at 130, the price continue to sell down, breaking a few support levels as well. This 121, 117 currently is at the next support level already, which was this previous range resistance at 114. So there might be some support that could come in if we see a bullish candle that comes in. So hopefully for some bounce, but resistance will likely be, for this week, be at 121, I think. Um, if this can't hold, I think next support level to look at probably will be closer to a 107, 108 rate. The next one is that I'll go through is TSM. The TSM, I think, is also there was some notable weakness as well. So there was a break in my chart. There was a breakdown of this uh ascending broadening wedge over here. With this gap down, and after the earnings, we still see price weakness taking place with resistance at this 175, 176 level, where we reject this trend line. So if that currently is I think it could break down below, could be breaking below this 167, 168 level. You could see price go down further towards 160 over here as the next support level. If it continues the dip, that's the next support level to look at. Then the next one is this gap over here at 153 as well. Yeah. So with that, I think still don't look very strong over here. We don't see with this high volume sell down, then the next day you open lower and close near the lows of the previous day as well. Yeah. Okay, then next one, Marvel. Okay, Marvel, I think generally is still range bound. With the weakness, it went it retraced from the highs to the low of the range. So the general range is from 67 to is at 75. Yeah, so with that, currently we near a support level, you see some bullish candle coming to actually hold this range. Then I think short-term wise resistance will be at this 60, about $70 level for now. Yeah. If it fails to hold the range, then I think it could go down to test the next lower level at 63, close to 63.50 about there. Yeah, so for Marvel, it's important, I think, at the start of this week to see whether that a bullish candle comes in to hold this range over here. Then we might see some rebound take place. Then go through two more Semiconductor names, Broadcom as well as Intel. For Broadcom, I think also looking quite weak for the time being because it will break down of this range and then also below this 165 level over here, which was a prior this key level price broke out from. And then it's doing some sideways price action over here at this support level of 157. We should for some potential rebound, we must see price do some hold this support level. There must be some bullish candle that comes in again today. Short term resistance will be around 166, 167 over here. Yeah, if it fails to hold the support level, then we're likely to see it go down towards the next previous support level, and this fill up this gap will cap 150 for Broadcom. Yeah, the next one is for Intel. Okay, Intel also actually one of the better ones last week. There was a range consolidation. And on Wednesday, we tested a resistance level at 37. Then price started to sell down on increasing volume. First didn't hold the $35 level over here. Then just continue went downwards. So I think with that, we could see price go on to retest this range breakout over here at 32, about 32.30 to 32.80, but there's a gap over here as well. So the price might go down a bit lower, then hopefully we see some bullish candle over here. Then afterwards it does a retest and rebound. Yeah, given there's still some strong selling taking place over here for Intel. Yeah, so in general, I think for semicons, obviously they were the weakest sector for the market last week. I think if you're looking to buy, I think my advice would probably be to look at some of the support levels, and hopefully we look for some confirmation bullish candle. Then it's more safe to go in and try. If you're looking, yeah, then hopefully there's some rebound taking place. It's a bit more risky if you're like betting on some certain support levels, then you just go in and queue lah. I mean, there could be a chance that you buy the low, but there's also a chance that price will go down. It's just your own risk appetite lah. Yeah, so that's for the semicons. Then next one is the EVs. First I'll go through Tesla. Okay, Tesla, I think for now is doing some consolidation. So after it hit the high of 265, if started to form a lower high at 260. Sorry, after hit a high over here at 271, it hit a lower high of 265. And afterwards, there was some sideways price action over here. Then price started to show down weakness by being below by closing under the 5 and 10-day moving average over here. Then on Friday, it broke below this support level at 246, 247. So this level will be a short-term resistance level. If it price does retest it, we also have this downtrend resistance line over here as well. Yeah, then as for support wise, I think if price dips towards 231 to 233 over here, this area, this swing low, should be able to find support because it will be the second time where price actually if it comes back to this level, it will be just the second time that it dips and touches this area. So I think should have a bounce if it does so. So I think my view is that there's probably some range bound over here before the earnings taking place start of this week. Yeah. The next one is XPeng. Okay, for XPeng actually, I think range bound, but still looking okay because the price you can see 2 times. Last week actually retested this 8.2 support prior resistance level, is able to hold as a support, so still okay. Generally recently it's showing signs of higher highs and higher lows. So for now it's a range bound between 8.2 to about 9. Yeah, as long as this support is still holding, there could be a chance to break out this resistance like at 9. Yeah, so but for now it's still a range one. So let's see how it goes. Next resistance level upwards will be around 9.5 to 9.8 for XPeng. Okay, the next one is new. Okay, new. I think still nothing too much for now. You can see is relatively weaker compared to XPeng. Still finding resistance at 4.9 over here. We see price come back to this first level of support at 4.4. So there could be some bounce coming in, but I think still range bound for the time being. I think nothing too much. Then for Rivian, I think it's also quite range bound for the time being. There's some retracement from the highs at around 18.5, but it's doing a retest of this opening candle over here where there was a gap from a high volume. So this will act as a support at 16.2. Price is still holding this level, so I think should be able to see some form of bounce for the time being and do some range bound currently between this 16.5 to about 18.5 area. Yeah, so that's for the sectors. I'll move on to the counters that you have mentioned. Okay, first up, high BY. I'll go through Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, so for Berkshire last week, it was a continuation of the recent bullish momentum, breaking above the swing high of 430 as well. Then afterwards, currently is seeing some pullback. I think for now, support wise, I think will be a retest of this 430 level and about 427 to 430 lah. Because this is also the 10-day MA as well over here. Yeah, so I expect maybe some dip, then a bounce afterwards. Then resistance wise will probably come in at around for now it's probably around 438 to 439 over here. There could be some resistance on the short term. So maybe some sideways consolidation for a time being. After this run up over here. Next one is the Palantir. Okay, Palantir, I think it's still a very strong counter because price um is still holding above 27.4 over here, this previous resistance. And then price is just, when market was weak, it was just holding out in range over here. So for now, resistance is around 29.3 about there. And then in terms of MA wise, it's still holding above the 10-day as support. So I think if you are looking to uh using a trailing, then I think it only the weakness might only come in when like breaks below the 10-day MA. If it's still holding on to that, I think it's still showing some good strength in this kind of market environment. For now, probably some range bound over here. If you can break above this recent highs, I think could still continue the uptrend towards the next resistance level, which is around uh, closer to about the 30.4 to about 31.5 area. Yeah, so previously this 31.3 was the previous this support level that price broke down. Then afterwards it started a decline. Yeah, so this will be a key level over here for Palantir. So still looking as one of the stronger names currently. Next one is Starbucks. Okay, for Starbucks, I think currently it's holding out as a like double bottom over here at 72. Then on Friday there was this strong candle coming in. I think there was some news about as well. So currently retesting this support breakdown previously at 79, around 79.20, 79.30. I think should be still facing some resistance in the short term over here. Zooming out, there's also a downtrend resistance line uh, on Starbucks over here as well. So I expect some short-term resistance to still hold out over here. Probably some slight pullback. Support wise will come in probably around at around 77.7 about there. Yeah. Okay, next one is on SMCI. The SMCI, I think it's rather range bound. So last week, there was some weakness broke below this 875 level. Price went down. Then did a retest of this swing low support at 773 and still maintaining over here. So I think at this level hold, we could see some rebound taking place. Short-term resistance wise will be around 843 over here, to about 860 about there. So I think we'll probably still be in this kind of range bound formation over here. Yeah, if it breaks below this support, I think the lowest levels like 753 should be able to still hold out as support as well. So I think in general still quite range bound for this SMCI. Okay, next one is on MSI and SMH. Okay, MSI is Motorola Solutions. So Motorola Solution, I think it's still an uptrend over here. Price is still holding out in the range above the resistance of 391. So I think this is a key level for price to continue trade above to maintain its strength. Yeah, this is also the 20-day MA as well. So, but then when I look at the indicators, right, when price is going higher, the momentum is starting to come down a little bit. So there's some bearish divergence taking place. So it potentially, I think need to watch out if price comes, if there's a potential breakdown that happens over here, then it might do some further retracement. So the key will be to see whether it can maintain this 388 level. Lower support level will be this 384, then followed by 380. And then for SMH is the VanEck Semiconductor ETF. So for this, I think currently there was a break below this level at 255, 256. So this will become the immediate resistance level over here. Okay, then in terms of support wise, a good support level for now probably be closer to about 243, 244, then followed by about 239. Yeah. So I think if there's some rebound, probably still facing some resistance in the short term with this recent sell down. Yeah, um 256 and then 260 also be a resistance. Okay, next question is on Viva Systems. For Viva Systems, I think for now, generally, still holding out in the range. Price is still bouncing from upon the retest of the lows, the range support over here, 179. So I think probably still could see some rebound towards the range resistance at 187 over here, then continue some range trading for the time being. Um, Next one is United Health, which I think has some strength since the breakout of this downtrend resistance line after the results. Kind of sideways over here on declining volume. Price is still holding out above the 5-day MA. So that's the immediate support level here, probably be around 555 about there. Some short-term resistance would be around 157, around 570 upwards. Yeah, so we might see some price do a bit of sideways. Then if it's very strong, then it might just go up again along the 5-day MA. Yeah, this for United Health, still one of the more strong counters out there currently. Then for Adobe, I think might still continue some weakness in the short term because previously it actually retested this resistance area, right, which was at around 570, 580 around here. Then afterwards, you can see price started to pull back. It's forming lower highs currently. And then this breakout level at 570 has become a resistance upon retest of 2 times over here. So currently it's quite clear that it's starting to lose some strength over here. And then it's currently below 5 and 10-day MA as well as a 20-day MA as well. So we could still see some price weakness in the short term, be towards next support level, which is around 546. Then afterwards will be around 534. Yeah, then short term wise, resistance will probably come in at around 562 or to about 568 over here. So I think overall it's still pulling back for the time being. Okay, next one is McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's, I think overall it's range bound. So the range is actually over here between 247 to about 262 over here. So another retest of this range resistance and some pullback afterwards. So I think we might still see some range bound probably for the time being because I think this recent breakout level at 255 should be able to still hold as support, which price tested on Friday. So we might see some bounce coming again at 262 still hold as resistance. So I think might be forming a tight range towards the upper end of this range over here. Then if there's a breakout of 262, then price might do some recovery towards 267 next, and then followed by about 272, 273. So that's for McDonald's. Next one is TLT. So for TLT, I think it's also in a range for the time being. With resistance around the 94 level, and then the lower end of the support is at around 90.4 about it. So currently it's just doing some sideways over here. This 92.6 level will hold as support. Probably I think still some range bound taking place over here for the time being between 92.8 to about 94 over here. Okay, then Palo Alto. Okay, for Palo Alto, I think it's still very range bound. price went on to retest of the 325 previous neckline resistance, still holding out over here, but it's just unable to get above this 340 to 345 resistance for now. So I think still quite range bound, nothing too much for the time being. Yeah, unless there's a break below or under, then price could move in the, the next direction. The next one is GE Healthcare, GE Vernova, and GE. So for GE Healthcare, um, I think it's still okay for the time being. Price is there was a break above this resistance at $80, hit retested the resistance over here at 83.50, then some pullback afterwards. So I think it's at this level is the confluence of 10-day and we could see some bounce coming in over here with some short-term resistance next at around 82 to 82.60 for the time being. Yeah, so I think overall, as long as price is still holding above this 79, 90, $80 area, should be still continuing on some range bound over here. And for GE Vernova, I think it's still quite range bound as well. Price came back to test this range support at 15159. Then on Friday there was some support coming in. So I think we could see some bounce with some short-term resistance at 169 about there. 167 to 169 could be the short-term resistance. Overall big picture wise, it's still range bound between these two levels at 159 to 182. Yeah. Nothing much. Then GE Aerospace, I think still in this wedge there. I think still haven't moved out yet. So yeah, I think we still need to see a break either side of this consolidation. So below 156, probably we could see some weakness towards if it breaks below 156, then price would see some further weakness towards maybe 152 about there. But then if it breaks above the resistance of 164, then we could see price go up towards 168 and above. Yeah, so we still need to see how it goes after this consolidation. Okay, next one is SLB. SLB is a Schlumberger. Okay, Schlumberger, I think it's still continuing on trying to reverse upwards. So last Monday it broke out of this resistance at 47.60, and then afterwards retested the next resistance around 49. And after the earnings, there was this doji indecision taking place. So I think for now we still might see some sideways going ahead. Next resistance level probably be around 51, then followed by around 52.50 for Schlumberger. Then support wise will probably be at the recent levels at this 48.70, then followed by 47.60 afterwards. Yeah, so I think probably still quite range bound for the time being. The next one is on Nike. Okay, for Nike, I think for now still it's still quite range bound. At a lower range, since there was a previous breakdown of $74 over here. So it's kind of just range from between 71, 60 to about 74 for the time being. Yeah, I think nothing much unless there's a break above or below. If it breaks above the next level, be a retest of 75.40. If it breaks below, then we'll probably go on to the next support level, which is around, I think, next key support level probably be closer to about 67 to 68 level about that. Yeah, for Nike. Okay, hi, Bosun. Then your counter SMCI, SMTC, and BRT. Now, talk about SMTC, which is Semtech Corporation. So Semtech, I think after it filled this price gap over here at 37 about there, then we started to see the price show weakness, breaking below all the 5, 10, 20 MAs last week. And then also breaking below this resistance level at 33.30. So I think with that, we might see price go down, continue its weakness to test $30.50 over here. Then there might be some rebound taking place afterwards. So currently it's just retracing from some resistance gap fill over here. Therefore, VRT is Vertiv Holdings. Okay, Vertiv, there was a breakdown below this 86 over here. But then afterwards, subsequently, it did a retest of it. Pre-market is, okay, this is a bit interesting. Pre-market over here is opening above the Friday highs. So if today you can end up with another bullish candle, this probably be like a bear trap over here where could be a bear trap lah. So if that happens, then that might push price up further. Yeah, so Vertiv Holdings could be interesting to look out for. Next resistance level upwards will probably be around this $90.80 level for Vertiv. So I think it's still quite range bound for the time being. Okay, hi SF. Quick question. May I understand the reason on 3MS 5, 10, 20? Why other time periods are not considered? Okay, I mean there are a lot of other SMEs as well, but then I think if you are looking at short-term price action, then I always like to focus on this 5, 10, 20. So I feel that for strong momentum, the price action wise, you must remain above the 5-day moving average because that's like the average closing price of the past 5 trading days, which is the past week lah. So then afterwards, the 10-day will be like some weakness, but some weakness starting to show already if it dips to that level, but you can still maybe see some rebound taking place. Then afterwards, we might see some range bound action. Then 20 days is like to me, it's like the sort of the medium term lah. So it's like if there's a dip to that level, some weakness already take place, but then it might show some weaker price action afterwards. So these are the 3 like MAs I like to use to determine like some of the strength of the price action. Okay, next question is on Teva. Teva, I think in general still quite range bound over here. Yeah, still holding out at 16. Then resistance will probably be at about 17 to 17.40 over here, where price went up. Then afterwards, you had this bearish candle over here, and then there was a breakdown. So this will be the resistance over here. So I think overall, still quite range bound over here for Teva. Okay, then next one is Twilio. Okay, Twilio, I think there could be still further legs for this counter. Because previously over here, there was a breakdown below 56 over here, right? Then price subsequently recovered over here, higher or low. Then last week, we saw price challenge this resistance at 58. Then went up higher, did a retest and found support. So it's still continuing on this reversal trend over here. And then it's still holding at a 10-day MA as a support over here for now. So with that, I think we could still see price retest the recent highs over here at $60. Then if it continue to form a higher high, I think we can look out for resistance next at 61.30 over here. Yeah, so that's for Twilio. I think still looking like it's continuing to reverse up for now. Okay, next one is Melco. Okay, Melco is a downtrend over here. Then starting to hit this support over here at 6.1 with a hammer on Friday. So we see whether there's any follow through bounce coming in today or not. Yeah, short term resistance will be this recent breakdown at 6.4 about there. Yeah, then also 5-day and 10-day MAs will probably act as some resistance over here as well. Hi Matthew, SQQQ. Okay, SQQQ. So this is the ProShares Ultra Short Triple Q. Okay, for this, I think there was a break of this downtrend resistance line. Yeah, currently encounter we tested this swing high over here at around 8.5. Yeah. And pre-market is currently down. So for now, we might see some sideways price action, I guess. With some support around close to $8 for the time being. Yeah. Then next resistance level upwards, if it breaks above this high, will be around $9 for SQQQ. The next one is Novo Nordisk. Okay, for Novo Nordisk, I think last week we saw some weakness. Price broke down from this range consolidation at the top over here, and then what it did was a retest of this prior range breakout over here, which was around 128 to 130. So I think for now this level should be able to hold over here. But I expect some lower highs to form as a resistance upon a rebound. So for now, I think 135 to 137 should be some resistance, given that this was a resistance previously over here. So I think a rebound will actually meet some resistance at this level for the time being. So maybe some range bound sideways for the time being for Novo. I don't think it'll probably break down this support area, this prior strong resistance area this week. Okay, then for CrowdStrike. Okay, CrowdStrike. Okay, CrowdStrike, I think, yeah, I mean, we all know what happened. Then there was a gap down over here. Price action, I think last Friday was that it went up first, but after that it treated. Currently, pre-market is opening lower. So if it fails to hold the Friday lows, we might see price come down a bit lower. But I think that support will probably be able to hold around 270, around 275 to about 280 over here. Previously, this was quite a good level of support where price gapped down and afterwards it went up. Over here, it was somewhat a swing low. So I think this is a nice support area to look at if you're interested to buy. Yeah. So I think over here you should be able to find some support if it comes down. And if it goes out, I think for now likely still some resistance, which is around probably around 320 for the time being. Around there. So I expect probably some quite sideways or down or some downside. The next one is CLSK, which is Clean Spark. I think overall this counter is quite range bound. We still need to see for a clear break of the resistance. We still see the resistance holding out at around $20 over here. Yeah, then some pullback towards the end of the week. Support wise, probably currently for now it's at this around 16.5 16.7 over here. So I think overall still quite range bound for the time being. Uh, yeah, between this main range of about 15 to 20. Okay, then next one is Airbnb and IBM. Okay, Airbnb I think should be still quite range bound. So it tried to get above the resistance. Try to get above the okay, it tested the resistance of 150 again. So there was a breakdown over here, then price last week did a retest, but afterwards find resistance and came back down. So I think at most probably still some sideways currently where it still holds a recent support at around 145, but 150 still holds as a resistance. So maybe some sideways price action first. Okay, then next up is IBM. IBM last week we tested previous support now acting as resistance at 187. Overall trend I think still holding okay. We're still seeing price action above the 10-day MA. So for this uptrend to continue, I think the key is to see whether this 182 level is still going to hold as support for price to bounce upwards. Then that will still be good for price to continue uptrend. If not, we might see a further dip towards like 170, 179, which was this swing low, and then this resistance area over here as well. And near this this support trend line support as well. Yeah, so overall still holding on to a nice uptrend. But some pullback recently from this retest of a prior resistance. Okay, then sales. Next one is Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce I think it's range bound. So this prior resistance at 245 did a retest, and we had this lower high bounce over here to about 256 as compared to this 265 swing high. Then currently we are testing it again. So for now still need to see some bullish candle coming to show some support over here. But I think there is a chance that we might see some lower high bounce because over here the price only bounced up to like to here, then it went down to test the support again so far. So that's a bit of a sign of weakness in my opinion. Yeah, and then overall, we look at the bigger picture is a downtrend counter. So maybe some weakness if, yeah. So I think even if there's some bounce, we could expect some resistance at 252, 252 about there. Yeah, for Salesforce. Then if it breaks, if it can't hold 245, then we probably see it going down lower again towards like 239 or lower. Okay, next one is Teladoc as well as GameStop. Okay, for Teladoc Health, I think it's just still kept in this range over here. We're still seeing resistance above the 10 level over here. Then last week we tested 9.4 but wasn't able to hold as support, still going under. So we might still see some further price weakness towards like possibly a retest of this 8.7 swing low in time to come, perhaps. Yeah. So I think maybe still facing still some weakness for the time being. With resistance probably at 9.6, 9.7, this area over here. Then for GameStop, yeah, GameStop also couldn't hold this breakout level of 2660 and then came back down. Currently at this higher resistance level, 20, around 25. So hopefully price can do some rebound over here to meet then resistance will probably be this breakdown level. at 2670 about there to 2730. Yeah, if you can't hold this level, then you might just go down lower really towards like the lower support at 122.50. Yeah, still a very volatile counter. I mean, since it's a meme stock. Okay, next one is DRV and DRIV. DRV is Direction Daily Real Estate Pair 3 times. Okay, so for this counter, I think some volume started to emerge recently. Then it tested the support level at around 29.5, previous support level all the way back in 2022. So I think some rebound took place. But I think still expect some short-term resistance from this support breakdown at 33, around 33 to 34 area over here. Okay, then for DRIV, looks like I think it could go a bit lower. I think looking at the chart, it looks like a potential false breakout over here at 2470. Over here, price reversed quite fast, and then breaking below this previous range support level at 24 as well. So we could still see further price weakness perhaps um towards the next support level over here at 2370. Then next one is at around 2330. And next one is Hive, BTCM and BTPQ. Okay, for Hive, I think cross it's still continuing on this trend over here. Price still holding out above resistance of 3.5 upon retest. I think could still continue to trend higher to test this next resistance level over here at 4.5. Yeah, then next one is at 4.8. Oh, yeah, I think could still trend higher for Hive. Then for BTCM bit is bit mining. For this okay, overall still quite range bound, but price wise it's starting to form higher highs, higher lows along the way recently. So last week actually hit around the resist close to this 3.6 to 3.8 resistance area that pull back. But then it's a good thing is that it's still holding up this resistance breakout at $3. So that I think is either probably some sideways 3.3 to 3.5, or it could go on to test like 3.8 next to form a higher high. Yeah, so overall I think it's still looking good for this bit mining. Then next one is BT, which is bit digital. Yeah, so for this, I think price is still holding above the resistance as well of 3.4, this breakout level. Retest, then price went up, still holding higher highs, higher lows. So I think if as long price is still holding 3.4 to 3.6, I think it could still go higher to carry on this trend over here. Next resistance level probably come at around 4.7, then followed by 5.2. And this one is PFZ. I'm not sure whether I can find the counter. Maybe you can type in the chat again. And then I'll answer the other question first. BITO, which is a ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF. Okay, so for this, I think we might see some consolidation take place because currently at this level, which is around 2370, this was a previous range support level here where price broke down and it started to decline. So upon the first time retest over here, there could be some resistance acting on it. Price could just do some sideways consolidation for a time being. Then support wise, probably around 2280 for the time being, 22 to 20, 2280, 23 around there. Yeah. Okay, there's a question on Apple. Yeah, I've done it, but I think I can go through it again. For Apple currently, I think there's some signs of weakness, which is when it broke below the 5-day MA, which when it was trailing over here, and then also a 10-day MA over here, which is there as a resistance. So for now, we can see in terms of horizontal levels, it's also below this 227 lah. So some weakness, I think. If it continues the weakness, I think next a good support level to for it to bounce probably around 220 if it does retest this prior resistance. Yeah, then short term resistance will probably come in at around 227 to 230 this area. So I expect is either side it could either just trade sideways for a time being, or it could continue a bit of a decline to retest here, then to retest 220, then we have a good bounce afterwards. Yeah. The next one is on Starbucks and Pepsi. Okay, I went through Starbucks earlier. I'll talk about Pepsi. For Pepsi, I think after the earnings over here, it looks like a double bottom being formed when price opened lower, right, and then recover upwards. Probably short-term bottom, probably. Then this was a range being formed at 162 to 168. Price broke above 168 and still holding it over here. So I think overall still looking more positive. I think as long as you can hold this like neckline resistance breakout 168, price could still go on to go higher highs if it breaks above 172. Next levels to look out at would be around 175 and 178 about there. Okay, next one is on Anaptys Bio Flowers at 40 net. Okay, for Anaptys Bio, for this is there was a range breakout, then price has been going up well. Currently, then there was a gap up on Friday, but price closed quite low over here. So I think still need to watch out. Price need to keep on tagging along this Friday MA to retain its strength, I think. Also over here, there's also a key support over here at 34 about here. Yeah, so need to make sure this maintained for price to keep going up. If there's a breakdown, then we might see some momentum being lost. Then next support level could go towards like 32 about there. Then for flowers, okay, price is just need to pull back below this prior resistance at 9.8. So with that, I think it could hit 9.2, this strong support area over here. Then afterwards it could bounce. Then this 9.9, 9.8, 9.9 area will continue as a resistance. So probably some range bound trading in the short term, yes. Okay, I'll take one more question on Fortinet in view of time. For Fortinet, I think overall still quite range bound. Price is still holding on 57.80. Key resistance is still around 61.30. So I think with that, on Friday there was a bounce up. From here we could still see price go up for some bounce. Then near-term resistance will probably be around 59.60 to $60.40 about there. Yeah, so overall I think it's still quite range bound. So okay, I think that's all for today. Apologies, I still can't answer all the questions in view of time, but feel free to post your questions inside our Poems 3 TA community group. Now I'll take it from there. Okay, I'll just stop sharing my screen. I'll share the feedback and share a survey form for today to leave your feedback. Okay, so in the chat, yeah, I've dropped the survey link. So if you have any feedback on today's session on how you can improve your experience next time, feel free to fill in. Then also please feel free to join our Poem 3 Telegram community group on TA if you haven't. And I'll share some TA content over there time to time. And also I've got the Telegram group link at Poems TA as well. You can feel free to join the Telegram group. Yeah, so we can any questions you can just ask over there, then I see I'll answer it. Yeah. So hopefully today's session was useful for everyone. Market is quite volatile recently. Hope everyone take care, trading trade safe and keep take care of yourself as well. And I see you all again in the next session. Yeah. Thanks everyone and have a good night. Bye bye.